Hi, welcome to Your Business, Your Rules. I'm Kat LeBlanc. This is the podcast for people who want to start and grow an online location-independent business so they can live a life of freedom and choice on their own terms. Welcome to episode 59, Online Business Tools I Use to Run My Online Business. I'm often asked which tools I use to run my business. How did I build my website? How did I make my launching soon page? Where do I get my iPad graphics from? Which calendar software do I use? So here are the online business tools I use to run my coaching and consulting business. They aren't the only ones available by any means, but they're the ones I use, know, and love. Some of them are free and some of them aren't. I think they're all pretty awesome. Some I've had since the beginning and some I've changed to recently. So here we go. First up, you need a website that gives you control, flexibility, and looks good. My website is built on the platform WordPress.org. I think this is the best platform to build your website on because you own all the content and have total control over the setup. There is a caveat here though, because WordPress.org gives you more flexibility. It can then be more complicated to use than other platforms. Squarespace or Wix will make the design process easier. So if you are someone who wants to set up a website quickly, you don't want to add lots of extras later on and you don't want to change much, you just need it to be easy, one of these two is likely to be your better option, although if you can, I do prefer WordPress.org. I am a total tech geek, so I build things to add into my website all the time, but I recognize that's not the path for everyone. All right, now onto your WordPress theme if you're on WordPress.org. So when you use WordPress.org, so not .com, just if you're using WordPress.org, you do need to install a theme. The theme controls the design of your site. So some themes are drag and drop and flexible, other themes are more rigid and you just have to stick to their layouts. I did a lot of research when I started my business and I went with a theme called Headway. So this was all well and good until the theme stopped being updated. So I then had to change and I went to a theme called Beaver Builder. I got the theme, a layout manager called Thema, and also their page builder plugin. I got this based on the fact that I saw they have excellent support, so it should no longer happen to me that they stop updating their software or go out of business. And their system enables you to make pretty much any design. My dream developer also uses this platform, so I wanted to be prepared for as little disruption as possible when I feel like I want a refresh. I will tell you this is not a cheap option though, so if you're just starting out and don't want to spend several $100s on themes and extras, I would recommend the theme Divi. And also Thrive Themes is another great option. Both are intuitive and enable you to build pretty much whatever you want without coding, which makes everything so much easier. Another part of your website is landing page software. So landing pages are the pages that you offer your free downloads or webinars or quizzes on. These are the pages that have no navigation or distraction and are all about getting your users to take just one action on the page. Software to make landing pages can save you time, and often they come with extra functionality like split testing so you can see which page gets the better results with visitors. At the very beginning of my business, I got software called Lead Pages, as I found it hard on my theme at the time to make good-looking landing pages, and I've now been using them ever since. They have lots of different high-converting templates that you can use, which makes the whole process of just putting up a page really easy. You can just literally plug in your graphics and text and away you go. Basically, any page that needs a great conversion rate, or in my case, where there's a template for it, I decide to use that and save myself some time. Alrighty, 2 tools to create amazing images and graphics. So if I'm whipping up something myself without the help of a designer or my assistant, the tools that I go to are Canva and Boxshot King. Canva is great for creating quick graphics if you use your own elements like your own photos or screenshots from your websites. And the basic version is free, and they have heaps of templates as well. Boxshot King is my go-to tool to make my iPad or ebook images. So it allows you to take any image and put it like on a CD cover, should you want such a thing still, on a book cover, on a computer screen. So it enables you to kind of integrate it into all of these different elements, which can be really useful for your website. So it is a little clunky, but it's cheaper than paying someone to do this for you, and the results look really good. I really like the way that my business idea starter kit, which is on most pages of my website, looks in the iPad frame. Another tool that you need is an easy system to collect payments. For payments, I now use Stripe as a payment gateway and Thrivecart to make the order forms. I use Thrivecart because their cart works really well. It's easy to use and has lots of features that help with conversions, and it also hooks up really easily to Stripe. If you're new in business though, just to have one thing rather than needing to get order form software and a payment gateway, I just recommend using PayPal for collecting money. While yes, all of these tools take a cut of the revenue, waiting for bank transfers and creating invoices is messy and complicated and has the potential to get in the way of the sale. So I don't recommend taking that path to save money because it will actually likely cause you to lose rather than save money. Another tool you need is a way to manage your calendar. So there's lots of great calendar softwares out there, and I've tried quite a few different ones. I now stick with Schedule Once, which has recently rebranded as OnceHub. It's very simple and it seems to handle time differences way better than other calendar software. I'm in Australia, and often when I see clients say on my Thursday, it's still Wednesday for them. So it's very important to me and my clients that my calendar actually knows what day it is for who and reminds everybody at the right time. With other software, I've had it happen that when I book in with someone, I choose a day, it allows me to choose a time, I show up on that day and that time, and it turns out I'm a day early because their calendar software couldn't handle the large time difference elegantly. Schedule Once is also inexpensive, it's smooth for people booking in with you, which is super important when speaking with prospective clients, and it allows you to customize questions to ask people as they're booking in. Client call software. Skype was where it was at for me for a long time, and it's still great and it's free. If you prefer not to use a phone and want to easily video call or share documents, it can be a great option. I've now switched to Zoom, and the main reason for this was some people had difficulty booking in with me because they couldn't remember their Skype ID or had issues logging in, or they just didn't have Skype. With Zoom, whoever is booking in with me doesn't need a login and can just click a link, so it's much easier. And if you're someone who does sales conversations, you're going to lose less people if it's easy to get in the call with you. All right, email management software. So I use Infusionsoft for this. So that's where I keep all of my email addresses, and I also use it to integrate into lots of different software that allows me to seamlessly email my clients, keep track of client records, coordinate permissions for membership sites, and all kinds of other things. So Infusionsoft is a pricier solution, and in the beginning you may want to consider ActiveCampaign or GetResponse. MailChimp is also an option if you want to get started very low cost or free. None of these other than MailChimp were available when I switched, so there is so much more to choose from now, so do make sure to look through the different functionalities that you get with each of these software and check that you're getting the one that's right for you. Okay, on to tracking. I use industry standard free Google Analytics to track everything on my website. As soon as you have a website, you should get yourself a code from Google and install the Analytics plugin. You can only track from when you install it, so definitely do that as soon as possible. Then you can actually find out where people are going on your website, where they're coming from. Are they coming from Instagram? Are they coming from Google? How are they behaving on your website? Are there certain pages that they're leaving, other pages that they prefer? It gives you a lot of insight on what's happening on your website, what you're doing well, and what you need to improve. File sharing. So I use Google Drive for sharing documents. And Google has a whole suite of tools that allow you to update documents, spreadsheets, presentations, etc., and do it all collaboratively. So you can both be editing at the same time in Google Docs and see what the other person is doing, which is pretty amazing, and it can be really an efficient way to work when you're in a call with somebody. Now onto some more advanced stuff that you may not need when you're starting out, but it's still interesting to know, I think, what people are using. Project management tools. When I was essentially a solopreneur, I just used to keep track of things in Word, so don't feel that you need to overcomplicate things. Now that I have a team where tasks might be passed between different people, I need software that's tailored for this. And I use Monday.com. I like it because it's fun, it's colourful, it's highly customizable, and it's easy to use in the team. It allows us to get things done and have conversations inside of the task, so we're not constantly switching between the software that tells us what to do and talking to someone else in a different software related to the task. Which leads us on to internal team communication. Another one that you may not need yet, but it's good to know what's coming up. So we use Slack. Slack is free in the beginning, and it enables us to chat with each other in a way that's quick and accessible and much easier to follow and deal with than being stuck in email. It's kind of like instant messaging for work. So those are the tools I use in my online business. I find everyone loves what they use, so there are definitely other options out there that some people might like better. I do an audit every now and then and see if it makes sense to switch, either for cost reasons or for functionality. We did used to use Asana for project management as an example, and we recently moved to Monday.com. But the key here is to get started with your business and set up tools as you need them and not before. It's easy to use setting up fun tools as a form of procrastination, kind of like buying fancy planners, rather than actually getting into the actual actions needed to start your business. So, use these tools as you need them and not before. I hope hearing what I'm using in my business and what I recommend as well was helpful for you, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Thanks for listening to Your Business, Your Rules. I'm Kat LeBlanc. If you like this show, I'd love you to subscribe, share, and leave a review on iTunes. And if you'd like to continue the conversation, head over to my website at katleblanc.com. Until next time.